Hey, it's Josh.
And Aaron.
We would like your help to grow our channel.
If we can grow to 8,000 subscriptions,
we're going to give you this Indominus box.
The rules are simple. Subscribe to the channel now, and when we reach 8,000 subscribers, we're going to put out a special thank you video. Everybody who comments on that video will be entered to win this Indominus box.
Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell button.
Will people follow?
I hope so. This episode brought to you by Magnetism. Also, by subscribers like you. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of This Old 40K. Today we are going to be building our own custom carry case. It is a 2-level split plastic case that can handle both magnetically based miniatures as well as fit Pluck Foam. You can separate it in half and only take half with you. You can use half for miniatures or books or whatever you want. But most importantly, it fits the Games Plus Pluck Foam, as well as having a magnetic metal base. So let's get started and build this project. I was able to do it for about $65, although I believe you can do it for under $50. I will give a link to all of the materials that I used. I'm sure there's more than one way to construct this project, so let's get started. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that bell button so you never miss an update, and don't forget, when we reach 8,000 subscribers, we are giving away our Indominus box set, and since there are some new things coming out, I'm also going to be including the new Space Marines Codex and the new Necrons Codex along with the Indominus box set. So help us get to 8,000, not just because you love us, but also because you want stuff. Tools and equipment needed for this project: a sacrificial work surface, a roll of duct tape, a Dremel, WD-40, a set of screws and nuts. I bought a pack. Technically you only need 8. I am using M3x8, so you're going to need 8 M3x8s and 8 M3 nuts. A pair of pliers, 2-part epoxy, a drill with a corresponding M3 sized drill bit. Of course, you will also need the 3 most important parts of this project, and that is your Games Plus Pluck Foam, your steel, not aluminum, steel baking sheet, and your split level case. I spent a lot of time making sure that I found exactly the right baking sheet and box that would fit the foam. So my recommendation is to buy exactly what I'm showing here. If you pick other things to try and save some money or go bigger or go smaller, I make no guarantees that it'll work. Now it is time for the most difficult part, and that is going to be drilling our 8 holes, 4 in each plate, so that we can fasten our baking sheets to the bottom of each one of the containers simply and effectively. Fortunately, baking sheets are not very thick steel. They are also not very hard steel, so drilling a hole through them isn't quite as complicated as drilling through other steels. But anytime you are drilling steel instead of wood, there are some things that you should be aware of. A board or a work surface that you don't mind damaging. In this case, I'm using a discarded IKEA shelf from an old bookcase. You're going to need some sort of lubrication. I am using WD-40 and safety glasses. This is not a precision situation, so we don't need to worry about too much measuring and placement. We are going to use these holes that we have as our guide holes. Once we put this into the plastic tray, we will then just drill through it again, and all of our holes will be perfectly aligned. First thing that we need to do when we're drilling metal is we need some sort of indentation so that our drill doesn't slip, and you can do that either with a punch or you can do that with a Dremel. I'm going to be doing it with a Dremel because if you use a punch, I don't want to damage and bend the sheet. Now we've created a nice little spot that our drill bit can sit. We are going to be adding some lubrication because this is metal. And of course, we'll wear safety glasses. We're going to hold our drill at 90 degrees, variable speed, and we're going to go very slow. Once it pops through, you're done. Your oil is going to make sure that these metal shards don't fly all over the place, but you do want to be careful with your fingers. Wipe that up with a paper towel. Now we need to repeat this process 7 more times for all 8 of our holes on each of our 2 plates. Also, once you make your hole, just double check that your screw fits. And there you have it. All 4 of our holes are cut. Now we are going to use these as guides for punching our holes into the plastic container. Depending on which direction you drill from, as you saw I drilled from the back, you might have some burrs on the inside that you don't want. You can easily get rid of those with a Dremel or a file. We are going to replace our metal tin and then drop our container on it. Get it in roughly the position that you want, and we are going to drill our first hole. Keeping a firm hold, we'll now drill the rest of our holes. Next, we are going to insert the tray using our screws. I am using M3 by 8, and I have 1 screw in. As you can see, we are going to be putting down the epoxy and then screwing it all together and letting it sit for overnight. At this point, we have about 5 minutes of working time to get everything aligned. And there you go. Now we just let that sit overnight, and your tray is going to be super solid. Side note, you don't want to try to drill the metal plate and the plastic tub at the same time, because the amount of pressure that you need to get through the metal can cause you to crack the plastic. And there we go. 2 assembled and completed trays attached to your bins. Perfect for stacking. I hope you enjoyed this project. I know I did. I'm definitely going to be using this for whenever it is that I return to miniature wargaming. I guess I'll just carry it around my house for now. I hope this is something that you found useful and maybe a project that you might try out yourself. Until next time, this has been Aaron from the Cool Guys Nation. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that bell button so you never miss an update. If you want to take your patronage to the next level, check out our link below for the Patreon. And as always, we'll see you on the table.